Hi, welcome back to the James podcast because it's my podcast. And today I am here with Lydia Lange.
Hi.
And today we are going to be recapping 2024, all the crazy pop culture moments that have happened. So what I did was I created my little list of one important event from each month. And Lydia is going to blind react to what I put.
I have no idea what he put. I'm kind of interested. I'm kind of nervous. I'm kind of excited. So, all right, first thing.
So we're going to start with January, when I was, looking back at what happened in January, I was like, this happened in the same year as, some of the other stuff because, January 2024 just seems like a long time ago.
Yeah.
It does not seem like 2024.
It was like a whole, it feels like if someone told me it was 3 years ago, I would believe that.
Yeah. So that is why for our first item on our list for January, I said Gypsy Rose Blanchard's release from prison.
Oh my goodness.
Because that was a whole thing after, everywhere people were worshiping her and, saying, how much they, loved her. It was crazy.
I have a funny story. So, last year, it was, December 28th when she got out of prison, in 2023.
Yeah.
And then December 28th this year, she had her daughter.
That's crazy.
That's insane. That's kind of creepy to me.
Let's hope history doesn't repeat itself.
And I was in Phoenix both times for Christmas.
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Then I remember being on my phone both times in the car when it happened.
That's crazy. But yeah, do you have any other January pop culture stuff that you want to talk about?
I don't think so.
Because, really the only other thing I can think of is Kylie Uchis releasing her album Orchideas. Love Kylie Uchis.
Yeah, I love her.
Biased for her. Now we're going to go to February. We have the Willy Wonka experience.
No. Because all those parents paid that much money for all that. Do you remember the person, the
unknown?
Yes, the unknown.
Yes!
Scaring all those kids.
Stop! It was so funny, just looking at. Oh my gosh, the Oompa Loompa girl.
And wasn't it a kid, a teenage girl or something?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. And then she got her 5 minutes of fame. That was a whole funny situation. And then I forget what month it was, but the Bridgerton. Do you remember seeing that?
Yes.
That was a whole mess. And literally everyone was decked out. They were all dressed up, and then literally was this boring event.
In a warehouse somewhere.
Yeah.
So random.
Yeah. Next March, we have the release of Eternal Sunshine by Ariana Grande.
That was my top listened to album of this year, and I'm not mad about it.
She was robbed. She should have been nominated for more Grammys, in my opinion.
Yes.
I feel like that album was truly, a really great album for this year.
It was a growth album. It showed how she'd grown.
It felt kind of a, this is what happened to me, but now I'm a new, better person.
Yeah.
It kind of was Thank You Next in a way, but more kind of
raw and real.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people were kind of saying with the Thank You Next album, it was kind of her putting on a persona in a way, but this felt more raw Ariana Grande.
It did. I liked it.
And I think it was a nice return for her back to pop music after Positions.
Yeah.
So next, in April, we have Karma by JoJo Siwa.
I have a whole thing to say about this. It was her, going through that stage that every celebrity child goes through where they think they're different, but they're really not. And it snowballed. It backfired on her, I feel.
It was giving Miley Cyrus, but if Miley Cyrus was annoying and just kept saying, being guests on my podcast.
I don't know what she was trying to prove. I don't know who she was trying to prove it to, but it did not work. And then when she was running around Disney...
Oh my gosh.
Oh, babe. No.
I literally this morning just saw a video of her, going, escaping from the wildfires. And literally she was just, laughing at the whole time. I have to bring this.
She's not real.
She is not real. And she was just, grabbing all of her costumes from her
boomerang one.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It was so funny. And everyone in the comments was like, what is this girl on? Because, I mean, JoJo Siwa honestly could have had, like, a good brand, but I think she just tried to be too much in a way. Like, she tried to be, like, a Miley Cyrus, a Lady Gaga, and it just didn't really work for her. I think if she just went for a more, like, raw and, like, kind of...
Yeah.
Like, that kind of approach, I think she would have been better. And especially, it did not help when the original Karma came out and was released, because that was a way better version.
Yeah.
I forget who it was by off the top of my head.
Yeah, wasn't it like a sample or something?
Yeah, like from what I remember. Hold on, let me see. Oh, wait, no, the Wi-Fi is not good. Because I remember it was this artist who, like, she recorded it and, like, she didn't release it, and she wasn't a big, like, pop artist.
Mm-hmm.
Like, never heard of her, and then bam, she drops her version of it, and then, like, it does better than JoJo Siwa.
Yeah.
So next in May, this one's a little kind of, May was, like, really dry looking back on it.
It was.
So this one, this was really the only thing I could get was Nicki Minaj getting arrested in
I forgot
the
about
Netherlands. That I remember seeing that, like, happening. Like, I remember seeing it, like, after the live stream. I was like, what is this girl doing? Because she literally ended 2023 the best way with Pink Friday 2.
Yeah.
That was a really great album. And then she gets arrested in May. Like, that's not...
Nicki, no.
I feel like Nicki is starting kind of her, like, I feel like Nicki's kind of moving her way out of relevance. Like, I feel like there's so many new rap artists who have kind of, like
Sexy Red,
yeah,
Spice,
Doechii.
Yeah.
Doechii. Love Doechii. But, like, it's kind of all these, Doja Cat even, like, all these newer rappers, like, kind of coming into the game.
They're bringing in something new,
and, like,
I feel
like fans are just kind of noticing, like, Nicki Minaj, like, her kind of, like, unstableness, and, like, for lack of a better word, just kind of, like, going on these rants online, is people just aren't reacting to them the same way that they used to.
Yeah.
Okay, June, I have just 2 words. Chapel Roan.
The rise of a star.
That's literally, I'm not joking you, I literally put Birth of a Star, Chapel Roan when writing this. Like, she is a superstar. Like, I don't care what anyone has to say.
Being a kid from Missouri, it was nice to see someone, like, gain popularity from here. Besides Sexy Red, besides Gypsy Rose, it was nice to see her.
Yeah, and I feel like she just has, like, a really good message and and she has this unique brand to her that we don't really see anymore. It's like what JoJo Siwa was trying to do, but, like, in the better way.
Exactly.
In a more kind of raw and fun way.
Original, too.
Yeah. And, like, you see all these clips of, look at what Chapel Roan's doing. She's kind of like the Lady Gaga, the Madonna of our generation. Yeah. And, I mean, I love Chapel Roan. I'm so excited for when she, like, announces her next album. Mm-hmm. Because she is super talented. And you can tell.
She's unique. She doesn't take anything from anyone, and which I feel like that's important for celebrities and women. Like, she's, like, giving off the message of, hey, I don't like that, stop. And she's, like, she's just spreading that, and I love that.
Yeah. Like, she's unapologetically herself, and I love that for her.
Yeah.
And she serves really great looks.
Yes, she does.
Yes. Okay. July. Brat Summer. I love Brat. I am a big Brat fan. If you guys listen to the Grammy podcast that I did with Angel, go watch those if you haven't. You guys should know that I'm a huge Brat fan.
The impact is still lasting.
I love the album. I listen to it on repeat. I swear every single, like, month, I always will, like, change, like, what my top, like, song is. Kind of like what song I like listening to over and over and over and over and over again. And I mean, having that relevance is so important, and especially since her album, out of all of these like major pop girly albums, hers was the album to get a whole month, like, not a whole month, a whole, like, season. That's the word. That's the word. A whole season dedicated to her album. And I think that's, like, a really great way to show, like, your growth.
Right. There was nothing better than driving down the highway, blasting Brat, It was amazing. It was definitely a core memory of my summer.
Yeah, because we have not been really seeing Charlie XCX in the limelight ever since Boom Clap.
Mm-hmm.
And it's such like a different sound from that. I mean, I listened to Crash like when it came out. And I mean, it kind of sounded like you could see like the jump from Crash to Brat. Like you could see it realistically, but from like Boom Clap to 360, you don't see the connection at all.
I loved it.
All right, August. Ray Gun.
What's that?
The Olympic breakdancer. Do you not know?
No.
No, the breakdancer that, hold on, I'm doing some really amazing moves. The one that went like
wait,
that,
yes, I do know.
Yes, okay.
Yes,
okay.
I know.
Ray Gun's the name. Ray Gun's gonna come after me. A lot of these celebrities are probably gonna come after me after these podcasts. Oh, Nikki, JoJo, now Ray Gun. I am gonna get canceled before my diploma.
We're almost there.
We're almost there. But yeah, that was really funny. I mean, people still kind of joke about it to this day. I mean, it's just because I was looking forward to the breakdancing just because it was something new. And then
it was like new, but not like that, you know?
Yeah. And it's funny because, I mean, like, everyone's only talking about her. No one's talking about any other breakdancer, not even the winner who, like, actually did the best.
It was the Paralympics, right?
No, this was, like, the actual Olympics.
Oh. I thought it was the Paralympics.
Oh, my gosh.
But speaking of which, I forgot his name, but that like one couple, and he's in the Paralympics, she's in the Olympics. I love them.
Oh, they're so amazing.
Goodness.
Oh my gosh, when they run to each other like after the races to like congratulate.
I love them.
That was another thing about the Olympics was like how like supportive like couples were with each other. It was so cute to see.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next? We have September. We have Wu-Tang and Pedro, the two little animals.
Yes.
They're so we just have to talk about them because they're so cute and they're so funny. Like I know Wu-Tang's definitely I think Wu-Tang's probably the most popular out of the two.
Yeah. I feel like I've heard more about.
Yeah, Wu-Tang is just like a little diva. We love our little divas. Okay, let's go. Oh my gosh. Let's go to our next month, October. We have Lunchleys.
No. I am a child of the 2010s, okay?
Yes.
I grew up on Lunchables. I still love an occasional Lunchable.
I know that definitely people are thinking about another event that happened, but we are not going to talk about that. But Lunchley, that was crazy. I never had Lunchables just because I had it a couple times. I just didn't really like it.
I love Lunchables. Get the cookie, the Capri Sun.
Well, I kind of got all that with my regular lunches that my mom would make. Love you, Mom. Yeah. But like seeing all the videos about it were just crazy. Like, oh my gosh, remember when Rosanna was like about to make a video on Lunchleys, and she opened it and the cheese was already molded, like on the pizza. Like, ugh. And I know there's like now like three teenagers that are now doing Brunchly, which is basically Lunchly but like brunch. So it's like breakfast food, which I mean I think if who was it? Whoever, the Lunchly people.
Mr. Beast.
Yeah. They should have done like a market where like no one else has done before because it's really hard to compete against powerhouses like Lunchables that have a legacy behind them.
And I feel like it was definitely just like copied off of them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's definitely just to get more money.
Then he did that like partner up with Prime, Logan Paul's drink.
Yeah.
And it was too much for me.
Yeah, because, I mean, don't people not like Feastables, right? I don't know, because I know Feastable. I've never had a Feastable. Because,
oh, yeah.
I don't really know.
I don't know. I've never seen a kid with it.
But yeah, oh my gosh, now, have you seen Mr. Beast's, like, Squid Game knockoff?
Oh my goodness. Crazy. I watched it, like, a few weeks ago. Like, I'm saying, like, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
it was
some
insane.
of the clips I've seen are so crazy because there's so many people that are just money hungry, and you could tell.
There was just, like, an underlying tone to it. Like, you knew something wasn't right.
Like, you could, like, remember the one girl that jumped off the platform to get, like, the big sum of money, and she eliminated 99 other people, and she didn't even get the money because she jumped too soon.
Then there was like just a group of guys left at the end.
I don't know when that finishes, but do we really care?
No.
Exactly. Next, we have Wicked, and most importantly, holding space for Defying Gravity.
Wicked.
Personally, I was holding space for Defying Gravity.
I love Wicked and the interviews.
Yeah.
That's a whole separate thing from
That's
Wicked.
a whole subgenre from Wicked.
It really is, because let me tell you, there was something happened on that set.
Yeah.
For them, I am convinced to this day, they created like a trauma bond or something.
Yes.
Because what were those interviews?
Yeah, they were crazy because they were all like going. They were crazy because they were all like they're all crying. They would just like kind of be
touching.
Yes.
The tattoos that they got like 7 different matching tattoos or something. Yes.
That's crazy.
Like,
I gotta say though, the red carpets that they did, those looks, they ate up.
Yeah.
Like, they have some really good looks, and they did what Margot Robbie did with Barbie, and they branded.
Yeah.
And I think what they did differently was, instead of doing, like, the aesthetic or, like, doing Barbie dolls, they did, like, pink looks, green looks, black looks, like, all these kind of...
characters.
Yeah, color looks that, like, it would make sense for their character to wear to these events.
Yeah.
Maybe not green for Elphaba because, you know, that might be a little... You know, like, it would be me wearing, like, a peach-colored outfit. That might not
just wouldn't go.
That might not look the best, but, like...
She would like the black outfits.
She would, yeah. She would, but she would wear all that stuff in black, too.
Yeah.
Okay, and now December. SZA finally dropping Lana.
Oh,
finally.
My goodness. I went to her concert last year in October when Sexy Red Kid, best concert ever. But I have been waiting.
Yes.
Waiting.
I mean, we also can talk about, like, the TikTok bands kind of here, too. I know there's going to be some future stuff about that.
They just announced today is January 17th, 2025.
Yes.
And about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, they announced that the Supreme Court is upholding the ban.
And I've never had TikTok, but the one time I had to re-download TikTok like a month or so ago because I had to get a screenshot, and it was from a TikTok video. And the thing about, like, when you look up a TikTok video online, the quality is so bad.
Yeah.
So I just was like, you know what? I'm just going to re-download TikTok, get my screenshot, and then delete the app.
Well, I've been on TikTok since it was Musical.ly.
Yeah.
So it definitely, I feel like I've grown on that app in a weird way.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot from the app. I've taken a lot of things away from it, like my music taste. I remember, like, back in 2020, like, politics, all that. Like,
yes.
It definitely shaped me as, like, a person in my teenage years. So it's going to be sad to see it go.
Yeah. So I think we should kind of do the number one event of the year. What do you think is the defining gravity, the defining moment of this year, like, overall pop culture wise? What are you thinking could be, like, if you ask someone to if your child was to ask you what was 2024 like pop culture wise, what would be the first thing you would tell them?
I would say JoJo Siwa. Like, because it reminds me of 2007 Britney. And, like, if you think about, like, 2007, like, a lot of people are going to say Britney. So I'm going to have to go with JoJo Siwa.
That's actually really... I think out of JoJo Siwa actually is, like, that's actually a very good thing. I would also say, if I was to talk about 2024, I would probably talk about Brat.
Yeah.
I wonder why. It's because I'm a big fan of Brat.
It's just something about JoJo. It just still sticks with me to this day. Something about it. I watched Dance Moms growing up too on my Musical.ly. Yes. I was switching between Musical.ly and Dance Moms. Yeah. So, yeah, I would have to say JoJo Siwa.
Now I have a really good question for you. Who's your dream guest on your podcast?
I love Josh Horowitz, and I said that yesterday in class, but he's always doing the interviews. I want to interview him.
Yeah. Personally, for me, one of my exes. I'm kidding.
I love that. I think that's a good note to end this podcast
even though I don't even have any exes. So thank you guys for listening to my podcast, and make sure to tune into previous podcasts I do, and keep looking for other podcasts. Bye, everyone. Oh my gosh, if it can pause.